Oh, finally, my microphone is working. So, yeah. I don't know if this can be qualified as ASMR, because I don't really talk that quietly. I mean, I could try, but I'm basically just gonna say random stuff that's been on my mind, and then maybe not even post it. Maybe I'm not even gonna, maybe I'm not even gonna do anything with it. It's just good to talk. And if anyone is ever listening to this, first of all, I'm sorry. But maybe it won't be for nothing. Maybe those things will make people think and hopefully not get depressed as me, realizing certain things. Or maybe it's not the things that I've realized that are making me kind of sad. But yeah. I mean, this is basically just about self-hatred, really. That's kind of the root of everything. Things that make us doubt ourselves, or at least myself. I just want to know everything. I want to know the thing. I want to know why this thing exists. I want to know how. I want to know until when. I want to know everything about everything. And the fact that I will never know everything really hurts me. And it's not even just everything about the world or other people. More so everything about myself, because I've come to realize that I don't know myself. I don't know who the fuck I am. I have no idea. I don't know what my desires are, even if I don't even know if I have any. That's also another thing. There's just so many things that I don't know about myself that I want to know, but I feel like I'm not letting myself get to know myself in a weird way. Because I'm just so judgmental about knowing or having to know why I chose something. Because this is the thing. Whenever I do feel some sort of desire for something, to do something or whatever, I'm not sure if it's my real self wanting these things, or if it's just my brain tricking me because of the reward system, because of the dopamine rush, because of just my natural biological instincts, or if it's because of my actual free will. This is another thing. Am I doing anything out of free will? Am I just tricking myself into thinking that anything I do is actually my decision? Or is my decision just based on genetics, biological instincts, and maybe socialization, or all these factors? Am I just a product of all these things? Or am I actually me? Am I an individual that can decide for itself, herself? And these things just really mess me up. I want something that I want. I don't want anything that I'm tricking myself into wanting because I'm meant to want it, or I'm supposed to want it. Like, of course I can say, oh yeah, I want this. But am I really sure? Are we ever sure that we want something because we actually want it, or because we conditioned ourselves into thinking we want it? I don't want to waste my life. I don't want to think I want something and then later regret my decision, or maybe realize that it wasn't mine, that it wasn't in my hands. I don't want to realize that. I don't want to look back on my life and just regret everything. I don't know. And sometimes I see people being so satisfied with their life. Like, actually satisfied. At least that's how they seem, and that's what they say they are. And even if they truly believe they are, I don't think we can ever be truly satisfied unless we trick ourselves into being satisfied, because we're just too scared to realize that we actually aren't, and that there's so much we could do, but we just don't. for whatever reasons. Maybe laziness, maybe. Actually, no, I don't think laziness exists. I think laziness is just a product of fear of commitment, fear of failure. But there's just so much we could do that we don't do. And then we trick ourselves into thinking that, oh yeah, these things are impossible. I'm okay with my life. No, I don't think anyone should ever be okay with their lives. It should be a good life. It should be... I mean, I guess I'm being ignorant because I'm glad when people are satisfied. I'm happy when people are happy, but I want my happiness to be true happiness and not just be a trick that I'm playing on myself. I don't want to trick myself into thinking I'm happy because I feel like I can't amount to anything else. I don't want to ignore what could be. And I do that all the time. And now I'm just at a point where I'm questioning everything I've done up until this point. Like, sorry, I'm playing with a pen. Did I really want to cut off all my friends because I wanted that, because I'm better off alone? Or did I do it because of fear of commitment, of disappointment, of just not being enough? Not being able to feel the same level of affection towards my friends that they maybe want, because I'm not capable of doing that because of my fears. Or whatever. I don't want my life to be a result of my fears. I don't want that. But at the same time, it's so hard to change. And even that is just a wrong statement. It's not hard to change. We like to say that because we're scared of change. And I just did that. That's just the best example. It's really messing with my head. And I know dwelling too much on certain things is just not healthy, but I can't stop. And that's why I'm recording myself talking. And I'm even too scared to maybe upload it to anything. But maybe I should do that just to prove a point, I guess. I don't know. I just wish... On one hand, I wish that was the answer to everything. I wish there was a plan set out for me that I actually just follow. But on the other hand, I want me to be the creator. I want me to be able to do whatever I want and to know what I want and to know that it's actually me that wants these things. I don't want to be living in an illusion of happiness just because I'm too scared to step out of my bubble that I've created for myself, that I tricked myself into loving. And I keep falling victim to that, to my own restrictive self. I don't know. I mean, of course, there's society's expectations. They play a huge role. Family expectations, which I guess I'm lucky that I haven't really grown up in a family where there were any expectations, really. Maybe for better or worse, I don't know. But I see a lot of people just following everything else, even their own self-restrictive mind, like be it biological instinct, having children, married, social norms, just living up to them. I don't want to do that. I don't want to fall victim to my own irrational desires that aren't even mine. Because, of course, a desire is a feeling. So does it have to be rational? But at the same time, can feelings be rational? Because, of course, on one hand, I can want to have children because my body is telling me to have children and it will trick me into wanting to have children. But is that really a feeling that's rational? Are there rational feelings? I mean, I'm becoming very abstract here. it's just everything that's running through my mind, and it's kind of keeping me from doing certain things. At the same time, it motivates me to do a lot of things. I don't know. It makes me feel very lonely, because I feel like people that have established their bubble of, I guess, illusionary, is that even a word? I'm not a native English speaker, sorry. Yes, a lot of people are just in their illusionary happiness bubbles, and those bubbles mix well. They can be together. They can live this illusion or delusion together. They can merge, they can become like a cluster of bubbles, and then I come and I'm just like full of spikes because I don't feel that same happiness. So it's very isolating, but it's all my fault. It's not them. It's not people's fault that I don't find connections. It's mine. Because I keep myself from doing these things. I used to hate people or claim to hate people because I just wanted to blame anyone else but me. I wanted to blame people for not being good for me, but it's actually the other way around. Or maybe not, because it's not about me being good for them. It's just me sheltering myself because I'm just afraid. And a lot of anger came from that, a lot of dissatisfaction, or just a lot of sadness too, but I just hid it in a veil of anger, wanting to be better, or pretending to be better than everyone else, which I'm not. There's no scale for people. Everyone is at their own point in life and everyone is doing their own stuff. But yeah, it just comes with a big, sad loneliness that can't be filled with anything. It doesn't matter how many people I'm surrounded by. It doesn't matter how many people claim to love me. First of all, I will question their feelings. I will question their rationality. I will question their ability to perceive me in the most objective way, because they're going to be biased. Not even biased, they're going to think or create this image of me in their heads that they want. And that's what they love. So I can't take anyone's word for that. And that makes it really hard to connect with people, because then I automatically build this defense. This defensive wall that can be broken through. Is that even an expression? I don't know. And that keeps me from interacting with people. I can only observe them. I can only imagine how it would feel to actually be in it, to not just look at them with hungry eyes, not because I want to eat them, but because I want to be part of it sometimes. Because I'm only experiencing people through this one perspective, this outsider perspective. And it's interesting, but it's not the same. And sometimes I feel myself looking at a group of people having fun, and I'm just like, damn, I wish I knew how that felt like. Without worrying about whether their feelings are their intentions are actually good or bad, or their feelings are true or not. Because, I don't know. I don't want to think for people, but I tend to do that, and it's an asshole move. I don't want to think for people. If they tell me they feel a certain way, I should take it, but I keep questioning it like an asshole. It's really tough. I'm crazy for recording this. It's already 14 minutes. Fuck. I don't even know if anyone will listen to this whole thing. I don't know if anyone will ever find this. But if I post it, it's going to be on the internet forever, and that's kind of nice to kind of leave something behind. Some of my thoughts, even if they're stupid, even if they're kind of unproductive, because they're just keeping me in this sad state. I guess I'm just really confused. I mean, we all are confused. I don't think there's anyone who is not confused, and if they claim to not be confused, it's the same thing. They're just too scared to see the truth, to face the sad truth that we're all just weird clumps of cells. I mean, that's very simplistic, but I don't want to be reductionistic, but you know what I mean? We're all just here struggling in a way or another. Some people notice it, some people don't, some people just take it. I don't know. I guess that's it. And maybe I'll see. I don't know. Okay, bye.